My name is Stephen Creamer, and I serve in the role as Chief of NASA's Launch Range, which the formal name is the Range and Mission Management Office here at Wallops. So my job as Chief of the Range and Mission Management Office includes managing a team of staff and employees, including project managers, engineers, technicians, and support staff who operate all of the range instrumentation here at Wallops, and also a lot of functions that it takes here at Wallops to bring all those together on a launch day or a flight day. One of the great parts about my job is the multiple customers that we have, the diversity of the customers that we have, ranging from small UAVs, unmanned aircraft that are in the development phase, which can be very exciting, to very large rockets launching supplies to the International Space Station. It doesn't get any better than that because there's everything in between also that we get to support every day. And my staff doesn't know what they're going to support from day to day, which they absolutely love because it's a surprise to them. A typical day is coming in, you never know what you're going to be presented with. Some days it's our successes, some days it's our challenges. But coming in every day with that unknown is actually a good part of the job. The day can start out as making sure your employees have everything they want, making sure they have everything need to pull their mission off. Then making sure your customers are happy. You have to put that all together into one package. There's a lot of meetings involved, as you would expect, but those meetings are for the mission itself and to make sure that our employees and also our customers have everything they need. So the days can go quite long. Some of the days can go long when we're doing missions. We can come in where we're doing missions and launching early in the morning and have to show up at about midnight. And sometimes we have missions that occur late in the evening where we come in a little bit later. So the day can be very varied here at Wallops, and again, that's another good thing that we like because our mission set is so flexible and allows us to be flexible also, and allows us also to be flexible with our personal lives as we can move those things around to fit inside the mission. Enjoyment in a job can come from what you want to make of it. The most enjoying part of my job is probably the people. And when I say the people, it's not just the people working here at Wallops. The multitude of folks that come through Wallops not only is just the customers and the employees here, it's also the folks that come here to learn. And those range from kids that are in elementary school to graduate level students in college. We get to interface with them on a multitude of formats, which can be from simple presentations or tours at Wallops. It also can be their inclusion into some of our more exciting missions. And being able to see their faces, being able to see their eyes in wonderment usually as they progress through and see the culmination in a launch is absolutely the best part of the job, and that's usually the best part that inspires our employees to continue trying to do better. So how important is teamwork in our job? You know, teamwork is critical and from many different aspects. Obviously, when you have a problem, bringing a diverse group of folks together who can contribute toward the solution is extremely important. So that type of teamwork is important. The teamwork required to pull a normal mission off because of the varying type of positions that we have here that it takes to make a mission happen is extremely important because there's so many different skill sets that are required to support a launch here at Wallops. And because of that, you need folks from different backgrounds. You need folks from different educational levels. You need folks from have different degrees that come out of school with different skill sets, all coming together in usually a very short 4 or 5 hour period of time to pull a mission off. And you can't often see that. But the other piece of teamwork that's really important is the leadership aspect. And being a leader is something that's extremely important because too often we forget that being a leader of a team is the person at the top of the team that's supposed to supervise that team. That's not always the case. Leadership can come out of folks at all aspects of the team. So we need to remember as leaders when we pull teams together that every team member needs to also be a leader. And when you instill that in your organization, you become much stronger and you become much more efficient. So my career path in coming to NASA was probably a little bit atypical at the time when I came through, but it's getting far more popular now. I started at NASA in 1987, and that was as a student in college. So I was given the opportunity to work a semester at NASA and then go back to school for a semester. So yes, it took me a little longer to get through school, but the on-the-job training and seeing how my engineering skills that I was learning in college were going to be applied in the future was extremely valuable. Another thing it gives you is a confidence level that when I finally get this degree, I kind of know what I'm going to expect. Might not work for NASA, but I know what's going to be expected in the workforce. So when I started in '87 as a student, I ended up graduating in 1990. I started as an engineer and immediately being thrust into various jobs that required skill sets that I questioned. I don't think they teach that in college, but that's okay, because what you have around you, especially here at Wallops, you're surrounded by teachers. And those folks teach you along the way as you go along your career. And so as I progressed through successfully on engineering projects, I was asked to lead an organization in a new era in NASA in doing Earth science. I led that group in gathering requirements and implementing missions. And then in about 1999, year 2000, I came to the range as a deputy office chief and was put into an organization that I'd never worked in before, and trying to lead an organization that was going through a lot of change at the time because we were getting more and more customers in here that required more and more project management rigor, which is another application of engineering. And that was so rewarding. And then since then, of course, I've become chief of the range office. So as most positions here, you do start out as an engineer, and then you have choices. And that's the great thing about Wallops. You have choices on whether you want to maintain yourself into the hands-on engineering aspects through your entire career, or if you would rather take that career and move into more of leadership positions and manage the aspects of the project rather than implementing it. Again, that's what's so great about Wallops, because we provide you the opportunities to do that. If you're a person that questions how or what on anything in life, I like to consider those people very special. So if they're questioning how or what, they're obviously a person that's inquisitive. What NASA brings is an opportunity for those people to answer those questions. Not everybody gets that opportunity. NASA provides you an opportunity to ask the question and then answer it. And that is what's so rewarding about working for NASA. And then working here at Wallops, you actually get to prove it with all our platforms that we have. It's truly a great place to be. High school sophomores, what advice would I give to high school sophomores? That's a question that changes and has changed a lot over my lifetime, because I look at the high school sophomores now and they're scary. They know far more than what I did probably as a college sophomore. Don't rush. I have a daughter that's a high school sophomore, and I have one that's a senior in high school. There's a lot of pressure these days into choosing your career path and knowing what it is and then being able to justify it. You don't need to do that as a sophomore. You don't need to do that even later on. Find something that you're passionate about. Find something that you want to contribute towards and you want to make better. Then go there. And you don't need to decide that as a sophomore. Your job as a sophomore is to test all that out and see if you do like it. Grab those opportunities to spend time, whether it's with a mentor, whether it's in a college class, auditing the class, or whether it's something like a summer program like we have here at Wallops for students. Use those opportunities to see what it's like. Make your decisions later. Don't make your decisions based on lack of data. We do that in the engineering world. Don't do that with your career. I'd like to share one more thing. One is what Wallops can bring to you as an opportunity, and I've touched on that in a few of my talks. What Wallops can bring to you as an opportunity is a chance to see folks in the workplace, a chance to be up close to hardware and software systems that actually implement our missions here, for you to be part of the implementation of those missions, but most of all, it gives you an opportunity to ask questions. There's going to be people surrounding you that are early hires, that are here in their early 20s, and there are folks that have been here a long time. You have an opportunity to ask those folks, what's it like to work here? What did you learn? Why do you want to stay here? Why did you not stay here? Why did you come back? All those questions are just as important of asking, why is the answer to this math problem X plus 4? Use that opportunity at Wallops when you're here, and that's a great thing about our program.